Do you think Florida State is poised for a bounce-back season, i.e. a respectable bowl bid, nothing crazy? I was throwing this question around to Colin earlier today, and Colin, as he is one to do, doesn't even look up. He just says, well, can't get much worse than 5-7 last year, can it? And I said, you know what, Colin, unless I come up with something better, that's probably going to be my answer. I think he's right. So I think there will be a respectable improvement list this year. Now, for those who have forgotten, I know Florida State fans haven't, but Florida State last year was 5-7. Now, I thought going into the last week, which of course they used to play Florida every year, I thought that if they would have won that game, which they lost 24-21, I thought if they won that game, the entire perception of the season would have been different. They would have gone from 5-7 to 6-6. They would have been bowl eligible. You would have gotten to talk about your 15 extra practices, which everyone loves to focus on in December as a result of the bowl game. And then who knows, they may have won the bowl game and they would have been 7-6 as opposed to 5-7. Like, that's a mountain of difference. But that's not how it happened. 5-7 was how it went down. Here's the important thing to note, that if you get into the weeds a little bit, you realize is different about Mike Norvell at Florida State and the way he's handled things. Mike Norvell did not come in there and say, we're going to turn this around overnight. He didn't. Bud Elliott's talked about this a lot. He's very close to that program. Mike Norvell did the opposite. Mike Norvell came in there and he let people know. And when I say people, I mean the ones with deep pockets, the ones in many respects who were responsible for hiring him. He let them know, you got a mess on your hands. I'm your head coach. I got a mess on my hands. Now, we're going to try and win as quickly as possible. They leveraged the portal. So they did the things necessary to try to win quickly, but he said, we're not doing it overnight. We're not going to microwave it here. We're going to take time. That's me turning the oven on. We're turning the oven on. Then we got to let it heat up. Okay, we got to let the ingredients over here thaw. It just takes a little while to make the kind of quality meal that you want and the kind of product that they want down there. But we're not asking them to win 10 games. The question was, will there be respectable improvement? Yeah, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to expect them to make a bowl game this year or win 7 games. We're 3 years in now. It's kind of weird because the first year was the COVID year and he didn't get spring. They were one of those new staffs that also didn't get spring, which is a nightmare. But they're 3 years in now. Let's be real with ourselves. It's still the Atlantic Coast Conference. If you're watching the video portion that we put on YouTube, you're looking at the schedule right now. They open against Duquesne, which some people still try to pronounce Duquesne, according to sources close to the situation back home. But then they play Florida State, but they've got so many workable games here. There aren't very many landmines on the schedule where you look and you start to pencil in the L already. I'm looking at it right now. Louisville, Boston College, Wake Forest, NC State, Clemson, Georgia Tech, Miami, Syracuse, Louisiana, Florida. There just aren't a whole lot of, well, we better get these others because we're not getting that one. So yeah, 7 or 8 wins, I don't think it's too much to ask. I think it's reasonable. And I also think it's a healthy balance. Year 3, healthy balance. Let's try and win us 8 games this year. It's not year 1, it's year 3. So you told us what the deal is, Mike Norvell. We're telling you now, okay, we gave you time. Give us a little bit, just a little bit of return on investment. We need a ray of sunshine. It's been cloudy. We just need a ray of sunshine. We don't need to get sunburned today, but we need a ray of sunshine.